Stephen always struggled fitting in. He was seen as the third wheel, mainly for when he was hanging out with their friend group. He always was the last one to be asked to hang out, and when he did hang out with them, he felt like he did not belong. All he wanted was a friend group that actually made him feel wanted. That was his main goal for high school. His friends Jeff and Mark thought of him as the spare tire. The tire is always there, but it is only used if needed. When Jeff and Steven would hang out, they would be normal and Steven would have a good time. But when Steven was with both Jeff and Mark, they'd treat him like he was not even there. One day they were getting tacos, and they asked Steven to tag along. Jeff and Mark would have inside jokes and laugh at everything they said, even if it was not funny. This made Steven mad, and this is when he called them out, so he did. Once they got to the restaurant, he already felt the presence of not being there. He knew he should have stayed home, but he thought he would try it out. They sat down, and Mark and Jeff were in a booth together, just whispering random things that are not even funny, but it is to them. Steven finally spoke up. "Can you two stop?" "What do you mean?" asked Jeff. "You two don't even acknowledge me." "What do you mean? You are not even saying anything." "Yeah, because if I do, I know it would not mean anything." "Dude, you just want to get this meme. It's an inside joke." This made Steven mad. He went home that day very upset. Later that day, Steven got invited to his friend Cooper's house. Cooper and his friends do not really like Mark's friend group besides Steven. They posted on their Snapchat stories of them having a lot of fun. This made Jeff and Mark very jealous as they waited for Steven to get home to confront him. It comes around 11:30 p.m. when Steven arrives home. Steven sent a group chat the picture of his basement, so that's when they knew he is alone. The group chat got into a very controversial argument. Mark said Steven is a fake friend for hanging out with them, knowing that these two groups had beef with each other. Steven said he's allowed to have other friends, and they did not approve of this. Jeff decided to say, "That group is full of divorced parents." Steven responds with, "So, what does that have to do with anything?" "Steven, you only use them for parties and they're a bunch of druggies," Jeff added. "What, no, I've known some of them longer than I've known you. Choose right now, us or them." Steven's heart is beating faster than a Cheeto running for its spray. No one expected him to do this, but he then leaves the chat. Jeff and Mark are in disbelief. They tried talking to Steven, but Steven just leaves them on red. Steven needs a new beginning. Steven was already a part of Connor's friend group, but now he's officially part of theirs. This was probably the best thing for Steven. He can finally hang with people and not feel like an outsider. He becomes an important piece in the friend group and wants to thank them for accepting him. He needed friends who cared about him, and Connor and his friends made sure to acknowledge that.